Hey, what's up YouTube? Spawny here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys my ban list prediction for winter of 2017. I think if we're going to get a ban list, we're going to get it either very, very soon, as in like this week or next week, or we're probably going to be waiting till March. But I'm just going to call this winter. Depending on how Zodiacs, I guess they could do it right after how Zodiacs do it Seattle. I guess they could do it right after the YCS like they did with Pepe with Atlanta last year. But enough speculation for that. But yeah, so before I start this video, just remember these are my personal opinions and just my thoughts on what could be happening. So you feel free to disagree with me and explain why in the comment section down below, but let's try to keep it clean. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off with the cards I think will be banned, Mad Spectre Key Unicorn Kieran. Yeah, I don't think this one's a real shocker to anyone. Happened in the OCG with no surprise. Yeah, I just think Kieran, like being a pendulum monster that has a quick effect that's so disruptive, and you can just keep reusing it over and over and over again. And then it can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. This card's just too good, and it's just such a disruptive card. And it's been like a problem card for a while now. Like when you have one card in your deck that's like essentially like when you have a win con versus so many decks that just you literally cannot kill, I think that's a problem. Norden, there's going to be a few cards on here. I'm only going to think that one of these is going to get hit though. Norden's going to be the first one I'm going to mention though. It's because of the Tree Toad problem. Totally awesome in the TCG. I still call it Tree Toad, just sounds better. But Norden's a possibility that they could hit Norden. Just ban it. It just allows decks access to Totally Awesome through Bahama Shirt. Summonable by instant fusion as well. So it's a splashable card that allows every deck that plays water targets to be able to play Norden. To play Bahama Shark to make someone Totally Awesome. So this is one route Konami could take to address that problem, possibly, but who knows. MX Saber Invoker banned. I think that could be a preemptive hit to Zodiacs. Rather than hitting Terratop to 1, this causes less collateral damage. And those of you there's probably a few of you who know I'm not a big fan of collateral damage to other decks. So I think hitting the Invoker and just banning it could solve the problem, because that gets rid of the whole Terratop bullshit that Zodiacs do. So yeah, another route that they could take is ban the Takam Tomborg, but I thought that was so unlikely that I just didn't even bother to put it on this list. Emptiness, yeah. Emptiness has become a problem again. Well, it's always been like one of those cards that's been up in the air, but I think this time around it definitely has a decent chance to be banned. Just seeing what prevalence this card has in the meta right now, just especially with Pendulums being such a big deck, aka Metal Foe. It's like being able to this card is just unfair in Pendulum decks against your opponent because the standard out to Emptiness is summon, if you don't have like an MSC or Twin Pills or something, summon a bigger monster and kill your guy. But with Pendulums, they go to the extra deck anyway, so it's like, well, I can't really get over your Emptiness then. So, yeah. So I definitely think Emptiness has a chance to be banned this time around. Cards that go to 1. Omega. The OCG hit to Level Eater, and they banned it to take care of the Dark Synchro hand Omega. Not really even Dark Synchro, it's more so just the hand loops with Omega. But that was their solution to it. I personally think that hitting Omega to 1 is the better route. Any deck that's not like a hand loop bullshit deck, the minus Cyframes only plays 1 Omega anyway. And you can keep recycling the same Omega infinitely. But putting it at 1, it's not a problem anymore. It gets rid of the hand loops that are stupid with it, and I do think Konami will address this on this list because Konami has shown us in the past that they don't like these bullshit hand loop, stupid combo, fucking whatever decks that just do really degenerate things like this, aka windups. So I do think Omega has a chance to go to 1. Bahama Shark. This is another route to hit Totally Awesome. I think this, if you put this to 1, yes, decks can still make Bahama Shirt totally awesome, but they can summon 1 toad a game. That's it. Because more than likely your Bahama Shark's going to die the next turn, so you can summon 1 toad, and that's it. And I think that's completely fair. Yes, I guess you can make the argument that Bahama Shark lives, you can recycle the toad and then summon it back again next turn, but I feel like I feel like that's, well, while it is an argument, I think hitting this card to 1 is definitely a possibility. I just feel like that argument with like recycling the toad is like, yeah, but then you have to like, for example, in water, so like you would have to commit to recycling your toad just to summon it 1 more time versus recycling a combo piece that could essentially like win you the game. Like rather recycling an infantry to pop your opponent's card when you're Megalo drop and win the game that way, or like recycling your Diva or something like that. So yeah. But Bahama Shark has a chance to go to 1. And then there's Totally Awesome himself. I think that this is actually the correct hit over all of these. It's just hit the toad to 1. I think that's absolutely the right way. It's the route they went in the OCG. I hope that's the route they take in the TCG too. But TCG Konami is weird sometimes, but I definitely think hitting the toad to 1 just solves the problem. It stops like multiple toad boards, and it just you have to like commit to recycling the same toad if you want to keep making it. So I think hitting Totally Awesome to 1 is the correct choice. Union Hanger, yep, should be the obvious hit to ABCs. I think it's really the only hit to. Yeah, I guess you can make an argument for Dragon Buster to 1, but I think Union Hanger is just the simpler route. So I believe this is what'll happen. Mithrilium to 1. I was trying to think of a decent way to hit Malphos, and this is really the only thing that came to mind. It's just, like, yeah, I guess you could like argue like maybe like semi-limit all the Metal Foe monsters, but that just doesn't make a lot of sense. But I think just hitting Mithrilium to 1 is the correct choice. You can't recycle. You can like recycle your engine cards, but you can't recycle the same Mithrilium anymore. I guess you could bring it back with combination, or yeah, I believe you can bring back fusion monsters with combination. But now we're getting off track. But like, I just think Mithrilium hitting it to 1 is the correct choice. This card is just like become like the heart and soul of the deck. So I think this is the route they'll take to hit Metal Foes if they choose to address Metal Foes. And there's a good chance the Metal Foes can slide by this list. But I think there's also a very good chance that they do get hit on this list as well, just because of how dominant the deck has been. And like, they without having to ban any cards, like I think this is just the way to go. Like, yeah, I guess maybe they could ban Fusion, but that just like destroys the deck. So I think just hitting the Mithrilium to 1 is the correct choice. Anti-Spell. This has been something the community over here in the TCG at least has been asking for a while. But I think now that Konami has revealed Eternal Nightmares, which is the continuous trap that just got revealed in the OCG a few days ago, I think Spell Fragrance definitely has a chance to go to 1 now, since they've basically given us a replacement for it. So I could definitely see this getting hit to 1. Feather Duster or Heavy Storm coming back to 1. Not both, one or the other. I definitely think one of these cards could possibly come back. More so Feather Duster probably has a stronger chance of coming back. Just because like you can't blow up your own pendulum scales like you could with Heavy Storm. So I could definitely see Feather Duster coming back. It's been back in the OCG for a while, and it's a good card, but it's not like meta defining. So I think that Feather Duster has a chance to come back to 1. They could throw Heavy Storm back to 1 too. It's TCG Konami though, but I think one of these has a chance to come back. Terratop. I already addressed this a little bit earlier, but it's just to stop the Terratop Splashball engine, like everything to like, and especially in Zodiacs, to just make Invoker and then go off with Momo Rat. So I think hitting Terratop to 1 also solves that problem. I don't like this route as much as just hitting Invoker or banning Takum Tomborg, but I think it's probably the more likely route. Sangan. This card has this nice little piece of errata down here that. Yeah, says basically this card's errata, bring it back. Stratos to 1. Wouldn't be a Banlist prediction video without asking for Stratos to 1. We want this card back to 1. Thank you. Alright, moving on. Zenmighty to 1. Show Windup's a little bit of love. They brought Magician back to 2 in the last list, so I could definitely, like, maybe they'll bring Zenmighty back this time to 1. I don't think this will make the deck broken again. I think it'll make it playable, but probably wouldn't even be tier 1. Solemn Strike to 1 or 2. I can see this going to 1 or 2, really. I think it's more likely that it goes to 2, but I could also see him hitting it to 1. There's also a good chance they just leave this card alone. I mean, it's a really good card. But who knows? It's Konami. Like it depends on how much they want to push pendulums. And right now, with like the release of Zodiacs, they're not really trying to push pendulums. But this card also hurts that deck as well. So I mean, I guess they could. It all depends on like what Konami wants to push in the future, if they hit strike or not. Morrill Tack to 2. Yep. Support the Eidolon Windwitch artifact hype. I mean, I don't think this would really hurt anything to bring Morrill Tack to 2. Diva, Water's a deck I think that can only get better. So I think Diva definitely has a chance to come to 2. This or Dragoons to come to 3. But Konami doesn't also seem to hate Water. They've given it cards back in the past, and they've given it more support. So I definitely think Diva has a chance to come back. It's always a deck that I think is going to be like there, especially at the beginning of formats. So, but yeah, I could see this coming to 2. Rabbit, they're to 2 or 3 really, probably 2 though. But they revealed new dinosaur support that like has to do with vanillabs. So I could definitely see them bringing Rescue Rabbit to multiples because of that, to kind of support that. Even though I think that's still like we won't get that till like I want to say like May or June this year, but I could be wrong about that. So don't quote me. But yeah, I could definitely see them bringing Rescue Rabbit to multiples because of that. Compulse to 2 or 3, probably 2. But I don't think this card needs to be at 1 anymore. I think this card is a very good card, but I also think it's a very good card, but I think it's almost unnecessary card just with how fast the game has gotten. Like, and it just like we need ways to remove things that don't destroy. So I could definitely see this coming to 2. It's a 1-for-1. It's not like a broken card. It's a good card, but it's a fair card. Book of Moon, again, this is one of those cards I just don't think needs to be a 1 anymore. This you can even make a bigger argument for can Compulse. This doesn't even destroy the monster, it just simply flips it face down. It's a very versatile card, it's a very good card, but it's a very fair card. It's a 1-for-1 that doesn't even destroy the monster. So I think this definitely has no business being at 1 anymore. Like, yes, it will see play probably because of Zodiac Beasts, but this card just has no business being at 1 anymore. It's such a fair card. Like, it doesn't even kill your monster, it just flips it face down. So this card really has no business being at 1 anymore, in my opinion. I definitely hope they bring this to 2 or 3. Night Assailant to 3. I was scrolling through the ban list before I made this video, and I saw that Night Assailant was still at 1, and I kind of sat there and thought to myself, why is this still at 1? Flip target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. When this card is sent from the hand to the graveyard, target 1 flip effect monster in your graveyard, except this card, return that target to the hand. Doesn't seem that broken. Why is this at 1? Yeah, I'm guessing there was some loop that like this had in the back in the day that I'm not aware of, but like this has no business being at 1 anymore. Bring this card to 3. Just why is this still there? Come on, Konami. Stop being lazy. Dragoons to 3. Again, Konami doesn't seem to hate water, so this is another thing I could see them bringing back to 3. This would be insane. I could see them bringing Diva to 2 before this, though, but this is another possibility. I would personally love 3 Dragoons again, but we'll see what happens. And finally, Windup Magician to come to 3. They brought this back to 2 on the last list. It hasn't done anything, so yeah, I could see them bringing this to 3. So, that's it, guys. Let me know what you thought about my prediction video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to leave comments down below. Give me your thoughts. Was there anything I missed? Was there anything that should have been on here that wasn't on here? Let me know all that good stuff down in the comment section below. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Spawny out.